Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about how you can use Imagimob AI to build models for the Texas Instruments radar. We're going to look at how you can use our integration with the radar to be able to collect better data to build better models and eventually show how these models could be applied in a real life scenario. So first we're going to look at the data challenges and what's our actual solution to them. So the big questions that arise when you're looking at building a machine learning model is how do I collect the data for this model? How do I actually annotate this data? And how do I get a better understanding of the data so I can build great models? So what we've done is that we've integrated these TI radars with our capture server. And what our capture server does is that it combines the signal data from any sensor with the video feedback. And that means that you can correlate these signals with what's actually happening in a real life scenario. So in a normal case, when you're using audio and video data, you can obviously understand what's going on because they're correlated with our human senses. But then if you're talking about accelerometers or radars or temperature sensors, then it's very hard to understand how those actually relate to the real world. And that's the benefit of using this video feed. So next we're going to look at what it actually looks like. Here we can see the video that we've collected with the TI radar and how it's loaded using our tools. So we can see that we have the video signal and that we can use to correlate it between what's happening with the data and to actually apply labels to this data. You also have some extra features like being able to play through the video, skipping through the labels, and being able to change the playback speed so that if you have something that's happening very quickly, you can actually have it running, the video running very slowly so that you can see exactly what happened, which can be very useful. So how do you actually get started? Well, you can download our tools and actually be able to get everything that you need directly from there. So it's just a matter of clicking the starter projects, and here we have a number of different ones. We have the human activity, which uses an accelerometer to detect what the human is doing. We have the Aquanier radar, which is also using gestures, and then we have the Texas Instruments radar. So you have two different options of how to proceed with the gestures using radars. And then we have a keyword spotter, which uses audio signals. And then we have an indoor-outdoor detector, which uses an environmental sensor. And so whenever you download any of these projects, you get the data, the actual model files, and some pre-trained models. So you're good to go. Or you can get the capture server integration so that you can collect more of your own data and make an even better model. So now let's look at my colleague Angelo, who's actually going to show this model in a real life scenario where he's testing it in real time. So we are doing clockwise gestures and counterclockwise, and then left to right hand motion, and then right to left. And the idea is that it's more difficult to detect opposing gestures than ones that are completely independent of each other. And here we can see that the model responds with multiple outputs each time. So this you could use to even further improve it. And then one thing that's often neglected is actually being able to send random data to the model and have it not trigger. So it's easy to only focus on what you want to classify and have that in the statistics, but sometimes you want to also try to fool the model to get a better idea. So this is essentially what you can get with the Imagimob AI. You can download our tools and you can have some starter projects to get you going very quickly.